more than just a couple times. Why do we fall in love so easy, even when